works. It works, it works, it works. Hello. Okay, so I've just been doing another live. So thank you for waiting for me to come live. Amazing day of business and stuff and people and having some amazing conversations with some awesome people. Just loving life. So if you haven't had a look at my other page, it's called Inside Out Health, and I've just been talking about health. If you want to join, please do. So yeah, I get very excited about being in business. I really do. So just a little bit about me. My background is creative. I come from a very creative background as an artist, and then I went into and performance as well. That's my background. Was introduced to yoga. Did yoga for over 25 years as a teacher, and I had my own studio. It was awesome. And then many businesses. I opened many businesses, and I failed a lot of the time. I had no idea. I was one of these people where I would start something with just this, overwhelming enthusiasm. So my creativity would just fire up and just go wild, and I'd come up with all of this stuff and how amazing it was going to be. And then when I got to the first hurdle, I'd let it go. Can anyone relate to that? Because I used to do that a lot. Aside from yoga, which was the thing that taught me. Shelley, so nice to see you on. I'm going to wave at you because I haven't seen you for a very long time. Yes, I literally would drop it like a hot pancake because I didn't have the skills to hold out with getting to the next level of what my business was. So I'd drop out, be discouraged, and then I'd wait for my next download of inspiration. I'd wait for my next kind of what am I going to do next? Where's my next idea going to come from? So it was a vicious cycle, and it really does not benefit anyone who's trying to be in business. So I learned the hard way. I really did. And thank goodness my commitment to wanting to be a self-sufficient female, I didn't let go. Literally, dog with a bone, and I just could not let it go. And what I found was, online right now, I'm not allowed to wave my pen because that's not good. Hi there. Thank you for joining. Can everyone hear me okay? Hello. So Shelley, Nooks86, and Mega Harriet. Oh gosh, tell me how to say that. It sounds nice. If I said it properly, it sounds really good. Yes, so I wanted to talk about, the post that I did earlier on was talking basically about how being in business for myself is my absolute passion. And what has driven me to do that is to really prove my former self wrong. Because in my heart of heart I know that is my future. And I think you have to have a reputation. I think there's a lot of stuff that's happening online at the moment. You go onto YouTube, you go onto Facebook, all of the platforms, and you will see over and over again adverts for people who want to make money. That's the kind of keynote, isn't it, at the beginning of the advert, make £1,000 in one day, or earn £10,000 a month for the rest of your life, which is fine, but without you as part of it, you'll give up. You won't. It just won't. It won't have longevity. It's not going to be evergreen, which is one of my favourite words at the moment. So it's finding a way of minding your own business. I love that. When I heard that the first time, I thought, wow, that's so cool. You know, if you mind your own business, if you really get into who you are as a person, and you know what you're... I'm just going to have a drink because I've been talking lots. Excuse me. I got a pint of fizz. It's not alcohol, it's a vitamin drink. The more you do you, and the more that you become who you are, and the more you believe that you are the vehicle that can take you, that you have a gift and that you can monetize that, once you realise that, the world is your oyster. But a lot of, so depending on what age, I think if you're a millennial, if you're like under 35, you've worked this out. You can see the potential that there is out there to do this. If you're 35 and above, I think it could be, not for everybody, but maybe slightly harder or more challenging to get your head around that, because our schooling was very much subjective, and then it was vocational. No one helped us. Prove me wrong if there's anyone out there that feels different about this. We didn't have our core elements lifted. You know, there was a very set procedure to school, and so you kind of have to unravel all of that stuff and take yourself back, and sort of educate yourself on who you are. And I mean, if you sit down and you ask yourself that question just with a notepad, who am I? You'll probably come up with your name first, but then that's just a label. You'll probably come up with mother, father, daughter, uncle, son, daughter, whatever, and that's also another label. If you keep asking yourself the question, hey ladies, hi Debbie, hi Julie, hopefully you can... Welcome, thank you so much for joining. So we all have roles. I've gone for the Ibiza again, Julie. I like this filter. I'm filter mad. Why not? Get to 50, use a filter. Right. Yes. If you do you, when do you have the opportunity to do you? Love a bit of Ibiza, me too. I will live there in the winter. Soon. That's my focus, that's my dream. I know that's where I belong. Part of me in here is Ibethan, whatever that is. What makes you especially you? And sometimes I think it's so simple that we overlook it. It's so simple. It's like one of my team, Debbie, who's on here now, her everything about her is kindness, oozes sensibility, oozes connectivity, oozes abundance and kindness and love and joy. That is her brand. That is everything that she encompasses. And I think when you can get that down on paper, and then you can filter off of that how you can help people with that. It's really finding out who you are to your core, and then helping people understand how they can be more than that, or how you can help them, knowing that you now know that that's what you're about. Love that. Kindness is one of my guiding principles. Oh my goodness, you have to connect with Debbie on here, Julie. She's just above you, Debbie.tom9619. She's not just out of prison. But yeah, you must connect. And Debbie, yeah, look at Julie's Instagram content because it's fantastic. So yeah, reputation. I think reputation comes from working on yourself, and also committing to the relationships that you're building online. So for me, I've got two streams of focus. One, my adored and much loved network marketing business, and also my spiritual love, meditation, and money channel, which I'm building up a journal, a virtual journal over time. So those two things, they come from my core. They come from a loving place. They come from a commitment to health and well-being, to educating people on the yogic principles and life skills that I live by every day. They are what I resonate. I vibrate with that kind of understanding every day. Those are the things that drive me. And so once I got clear on that, I'm still work in progress. I know now that I can offer that to other people. But before that, just going back to my hot mess that I had that I was for a good 10 years. I knew that I wanted to be self-sufficient. I knew that I wanted to be an expert in a certain field. I knew that I wanted to be able to talk like I'm talking now. God, I just so wanted to be a presenter when I was younger. I really did. I got a job opposite the Big Brother studios in London, waiting for someone to discover me. Not for the right reasons, all the wrong reasons. But what I didn't realise, it was about me having a voice. And I wanted to express myself. I love to talk. I love to communicate. I love to express, and I love to give other people the opportunity and the permission to do exactly the same. So I think I've covered everything, have I? Yeah, decide who you are. Have a think about and maybe ask a few people that you know. When you think of me, what would you say I was an expert at? I'm going to take these off. I'm getting so codependent on my specs. What do you see me as an expert at? It's such an interesting question to ask people. Ask people that you trust. Ask someone that you might be in business with. That's a good idea. And then think about how your bio is going to look in 5 years' time. And then create that formula of who you think you are now, how you're seen, and then where you want to go. Do those things line up? Do they line up with where you want to go? Because I think having a vision now, creating your own personal brand, being more of who you are, which is just an absolute passion of mine, because I come from a background where, from a loving place, out of fear, I was not so much suppressed, but held in a place where, oh no, don't do that. That's too risky. Okay, and that's just probably from a generational thing. Don't be too bright. Don't shine too bright, because that's dangerous. Don't go into do anything too adventurous, because that's dangerous. So my journey has been about kind of negotiating that, and finding out who that colourful, sparkly disco dancer crazy girl was, and letting her come back out again and play, but in a different form. So yeah, formula is so easy to go off track. Find out who you are. Write down on a piece of paper, who am I? Who do I think I am? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Tell me now. Tell me now. Who do you think you are? It's such an interesting question, isn't it? And keep going until it gets probably a little bit uncomfortable, because you'll come away from the, my name is Bernice, I'm single, business owner, creative, and then keep asking. The essence of me is calmness, so here we go. I'll put myself on the spot here. So the essence of me is calm. You know, people come near me and they just fall asleep. Through my voice, I'm quite calming. So I always approach things in a really calm way. I always see people in a very calm way. I apply myself very methodically to my business. So that's what I can offer people. A more calm approach to life. Awesome. Okay. And then think about your what your biography is going to look like. You know, are you going to have a book? Are you going to have a job as a speaker? Are you going to be a consultant? Are you going to be a creative? You know, what's it going to look like, let's say in 5 years' time? Then ask the expert question. Ask someone you trust, what do you think I'm an expert at? And then just see how where that alignment is. And I guarantee you, if it's slightly off, it will help you adjust. Because I think, especially us guys, girls, really cool girls, really awesome women that are on social media, it's so easy just to put content out and hope for the best. And I've done it, and it's confusing because you're not solving anything for anyone. And Julie knows this because we've spoken, and I think it's a continued journey for me and for female business owners, or any business owners, to just identify what it is you're looking to solve. When you know you can help other people. Lisa. I'm going to have a retreat there very, very soon. Is there anything else I can add? Oh, I could go on and on and on and on. Yeah, so I heard this today. Results combined with reach is reputation. So it's for providing good value. Results plus reach is all about your reputation, and that takes time, takes effort. I mean, if you're not getting results, and that was like me for a long time, wasn't seeing any results, it was because I hadn't created the reach, because I hadn't looked at who I was or what I was doing or how I was creating my own brand. That's really important to take a look at that. And I think reputation comes before income. I think relationships, reputation, providing good information, content, service, product, revenue. That's the only way. And I think that is something that I'm learning very much now. So this is raw. This is like something that I've want to share because I'm feeling it. If I'm talking it, I'm feeling it and communicating it out. And you're there kind of teaching me, really. The teacher and the student always exists together at the same time. That's why I just feel being humble and being online and being live will educate me, and hopefully you'll take something away. So I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to just finish this one here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you've got something from that you can take away and implement into your business skills, life skills, personal development, anything. And sending much love to you, and I will see you next Thursday. Namaste, great ones. Go be amazing. Bye.